putting on here.
We'll get into it. You know what I'm saying? Shayla! But yeah, people that I've worked with for a long time, man, they know who I am. They know what I stand for. The communities that listen and have supported us, they know. Y'all know how I rock. Y'all know what type of shit I pop.
So everybody go get your rap on.
Yeah. But I told you, listen, if you listen to Ebro in the morning, I told y'all they was hunting. I told you they was hunting. And we gonna keep talking shit. I told y'all they was hunting. Pat Rob. You know? But this shit is about that. So, buckle up. Because we're going to get active. Enjoy your holidays. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga is lighting the blunt with the match. That is some real weed head shit. He's light. Let me tell you what's happening right now. He's lighting the blunt, or I'm sorry, the cone with the match because to not inhale butane. That's some real weed head shit too. Pardon. I'm a little bit gassy. And Ebro, after all that time being around Cypher Sounds, I'm sorry, Cypher Sounds, you should have known not to get gas. Goddamn, we know fucking nigga. Hold on, man.
The whole show in Chicago with the bean out. First time.
Tonight, I want to see you use that gun.
Ebro, you may have to use that gun. So first and foremost, I could be wrong, right? And I'm not saying to be negative, but anyway, the not like us curse is active because you wasn't saying we gonna take a few steps back, right? And we gonna also show and academics also use this example, and this was an example of when Ebro was calling Drake a sickness, and really, again, weed talk. So basically, for years and years and years, 'cause I know how weed has moved, nigga. You have been you have been smoking your head off and then going to work at Hot 97, living a weed head's dream. Nigga, have you been living, God damn, this makes more sense now. This is why you have not been productive. You know what I mean? My bad, I'm sorry. I had bought the battle rap thing, right? So I bought the battle rap thing up because I remember specifically, and somehow he got invited to Total Slaughter, the Total Slaughter event. Actually, a super legendary event, like an amazing card. You had T-Rex and Daylight. You know what I'm saying? Two amazing talents. I think you had Big T and Arsenal, Joe Button and How the Don battled. Joe Button actually battled that night. That was crazy. Shout out to Joe. I mean, it went a little weird and everything because I mean, this was a new era. So like, now we have years and years and years of footage that kind of show you how a battle is supposed to go. Versus in 2014, things were kind of still trial and error. Joe's mic stopped working, and they gave him like an actual mic, which kind of really ruins the whole visual of a battle. You know what I'm saying? Like holding them because in battle rap in general, people love to see the artists move around and use their hands and dance and shit like that. And you having a mic in your hand, it's weird. You know what I mean? It's just weird in terms of the purposes of a battle, but that's neither here on the. I'm sorry, here nor there. But Ebro was there. I remember specifically, and I think he was at the fucking event, and he was still saying this shit, and he was basically saying, "Yeah, I just can't get with battle rap on because basically he was saying was he didn't like that they wasn't rapping over beats when it was battling and it was acapella." And he said, "Yeah, so when I hear it that way, it's like spoken word." Battle rap, like you really gotta realize that battle rappers, right? The people who are famous in battle rap, these are people whose battles get millions of views. A lot of people have to know who you are. You get a lot, especially having TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all these different platforms where people clip things up and put them online. You can get a lot of different impressions. So battle rappers are like it can be very, very fucking famous, right? So not only that, the genre and the culture in general exploded after that, and it became a huge thing. You see all types of celebrities. Matter of fact, Drake has been heavily involved in battle rap, which is another reason I felt like the community like really failed Drake, because like Drake was someone who actually put a lot of money into battle rappers' pockets. I'll give you one example in particular. Drake was responsible for helping him get the deal with caffeine, which was worth millions of dollars. During that time, Smack was able to basically throw free events that were not pay per view that you could watch for free on the Caffeine app, right? Not only that, all the artists got bigger purses than they've ever gotten. Drake came to the second Ultimate Madness tournament, that they had on URL, and put up an extra 75K, and them brothers got to split $175,000. Kendrick ain't never did nothing like that. Drake was there back in 2011 when the legendary DNA and Disaster battle, two of the greatest freestylers of all time. Legendary battle. He was there and he put extra bread up for them brothers. Them brothers were battling for peanuts. I think like Danny was doing the battle for free. And because Drake was there, he was able to get a little more money. Drake was there for Known 5. He's there when Surfing Rock is battling. And when Clips and Hollow Don is battling. Yo, Drake is there. You've never seen Kendrick or nobody from TDE at none of these events ever. At really any of them. I think maybe King of the Dot. I could be wrong. So basically, like I said before, Ebro has been living a weed head's dream, because all weed heads want to have a job where they can smoke weed before they come to work, not not get tested, right? And for the most part, kind of like not be productive. I'm just saying. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, yeah, man, yeah, because that kind of explains why you weren't able to embrace the future. Because when he said he didn't like battle rap, and mind you, this is when it's starting to really blow up. Him saying that he didn't like battle rap because they weren't rhyming on beats, and it's like, damn, bro, like that's kind of how can I say? I think that's what they say antiquated, right? We don't do that no more. At that time, we're not doing that. That's already been done. This is a new genre. No, they're not rapping on beats. No, nigga, that's not what this is. But as an older guy, okay, and like let's say series like Freestyle Friday, I forget MTV used to have one where MCs would battle, go back and forth, right? And it was always on beat and everything, right? So around the Smack DVD era, shout out to Smack DVD. Smack DVD is are the founders of Smack URL, right? So Smack DVD was pretty much like a walking, living source magazine where Smack was going to they neighborhoods, going to niggas' hoods, going to the studio. You seeing guns, you seeing gang members, you seeing explicit shit. Sometimes you might be seeing some bitches and everything, right? And it was like it was the kind of interview you would never see on TV, right? They could talk about things they never would talk about on TV. Sometimes they might do a performance of an unreleased song. It was really amazing, honestly. And at the end of the DVD, there would be a battle, and that's how names like Jay Mills versus Murder Mook came about. That's how Murder Mook and Loaded Lux came about. That's how that's how this whole genre. Now, this was always going on in Harlem, so this is really a style that originates in Harlem, right? In terms of how we know it today, right? Because again, Harlem is rich with culture, specifically hip hop culture. So a lot of really talented people, like Dipset, Mace, this Harlem world in general, Dame Dash, all these people. You know what I mean? So that's battle rap as we know it now. So people always wanted to see these battles at the end of the DVD and everything. And around that time, when I was popping, the Fight Club was popping. So Fight Club, that format was two MCs battling over a pool table, and there was always a lot of money on the floor. Winner takes all. You understand? And that was the same sort of format, except these rounds were timed. So it would generally be about 90 seconds, which would be unheard of for like a battle of money on the line now. Like these niggas probably want to have like 4 or 5 minute rounds. You understand me? But that was back then. So this is not something that came out of nowhere. But this is where like that style of acapella battle rap kind of comes from, and this is when it became famous. Now that was 2005. This nigga is on a camera in 2015 saying that he doesn't like battle rap because they don't rhyme over the beat. So what he's showing is you failed. Like you think that your preferences, or how can I say? It's like this thing when people